Work with me, people. All right. Show me love. Great, baby. Oh, behave.
Corporate funding for championship ballroom dancing has been provided by
Swarovski, capturing the fire and radiance of light in fine crystal, jewelry, and gifts for you and for generations to come. Since 1895, Swarovski.
and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks very much. I am Sandy Duncan, and welcome to Championship Ballroom Dancing. I'm delighted to be here with all these terrific young dancers, especially Eddie. What's your name? Danny. Eddie and Danny, and you all were good too. I'm not saying you're not good. They're just little. We will be seeing all of them perform later. We have a wonderful evening of dancing ahead. There will be the usual competitions in the standard and Latin divisions. And we're going to mix in a couple of great exhibitions and cabaret performances. So we have one more thing. It's not too happy, but we'll bid a fond farewell to one of ballroom's revered championship couples. So, for the next 90 minutes, you'll get to enjoy beautiful dancing, listen to wonderful music. So let's get going and dance. This is Championship Ballroom Dancing, and I'm your host, Sandy Duncan. I'm joined by Ron Montez, who will provide the insider's perspective on tonight's competitions. It's nice to see you again.
Thank you, Sandy. It's nice to be here. You know, it's good to be back for another evening of competition ballroom dancing. It's fair to say that we have the most talented ballroom couples from North America here, waiting to perform. We'll see some old rivals at it again and some exciting up-and-coming stars. It's going to be a great night.
I'm sure of that. From what we've seen in the warm-ups and preliminary rounds, everybody is really ready to turn it on. This is just my second year here, so I'm still getting used to the number of dancers. You can hardly move backstage between the eyelashes and the glitter and the dancers.
You're right. It's like this every year. There are typically 10,000 entries at this event. You know, the interest in ballroom dancing just keeps growing every year.
I've noticed. We talked about it last year, but it's soon to be an Olympic event, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Everything seems to be moving in that direction, and I hope so, certainly hope so. There are new moves nowadays, new challengers. These dancers just keep getting better, keep raising the bar.
Now, I understand these dancers backstage have been competing in a series of elimination rounds already.
That's right. So the dancers we're about to see will be the finalists, the 6 couples who have survived the earlier rounds in this, the standard division.
When the couples are called to the floor, they're going to compete in 2 competitions, right?
Exactly. When they're all dancing together, the judges get to see them all performing the same dance to the same music, and they are judged on pretty much the same set of judging criteria. Later, they come back to dance individually. The judges then look for more showmanship, more presentation.
So that means there'll be 2 separate winners, or?
Well, it could happen, but not necessarily. Sometimes one couple is good enough to win both phases of the competition.
All right. Let's go to the floor as our Master of Ceremonies, Russ Arnold, calls out the final 6 couples in the standard division.
And the finalists are from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 154, Reno and Christina Elo. From Clearwater, Florida, number 190, Timothy Mason and Michelle Mason. From New York, New York, number 211, Darius and Yolanta Mostica. From Montreal, Canada, number 268, Elaine Doucette and Onique Jolicoeur. From New York, New York, couple number 302, Jean-Pero Janico and Katerina Marks. And from New York, New York, couple number 238, Jonathan Wilkins and Katusha Demidova. Your first dance is waltz.
Okay, now we're into the final of the professional standard division. We have our 6 couples who have made it this far, and we're looking now at couple number 154, Rauna and Christina Elo, doing the waltz.
They were here last year, as I recall.
Yes, they were. Doing a beautiful throwaway oversway there. Now we're shifting to another couple. The Mostecas, Darius and Yolanda Mosteka, couple number 211, doing a standing spin coming out of it. Contra check. And some pivots to the right. And also they've been in this final many times. Timothy and Michelle Mason, number 190. Very, very good couple. Really strong technique. Terrific shoulder line, togetherness. This has got to be one of the top couples tonight, in my estimation.
And ladies and gentlemen, what do you say? Who won the waltz? Take your places for your next dance. Ladies and gentlemen, the tango.
And here we have some Canadians, the champions of Canada.
Is there anybody new to this finalist round?
Yes, there is. There's actually one couple, funny you should mention that, has never been in the final before. A very new couple, and we'll be seeing them shortly. This is Elaine and Onique spinning in the black dress.
Beautiful.
Here we have the Mostecas again, doing their interpreted tango. And now our reigning U.S. champions, couple number 238. And this is Jonathan Wilkins and Katusha Demidova in the gray color.
And once again, who won the tango? And your next dance, ladies and gentlemen, Viennese Waltz.
And it looks like we're starting out by viewing them a little bit in the Viennese Waltz. Giampero and Caterina, brand new to this final, must be very, very happy to be here. Caterina danced with another partner previously in the American Smooth division. So it's a new partnership. Very successful so far. Doing right and left turns, refer to them as natural and reverse turns.
And just spinning in place, is their name for that?
They spin in one place, it's called a fleck roll. When they
That's called a what?
Fleck roll turn, either
Fleck?
right or left.
Fleck roll
Right.
turn. I'm going to compete next year. I have to know these things.
And here we have 154, the Elos again. We saw a glimpse of them in the waltz, and they're doing their right turn called the natural turn, sweeping across the floor, and their change up to a left turn called the reverse turn.
And ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause. Viennese Waltz. And couples, if you would, take your places for your next dance, the very beautiful slow foxtrot.
And here we have the classic slow foxtrot. Timothy and Michelle Mason, couple number 190.
But I don't know enough about you. Just when I think you're mine, you try a different line. And baby, what can I do? I read the latest news. No buttons
Showing
on
their
my
ability to cover the floor, stay together, synchronize their timings.
You get me in a spin. Oh, what a stew I'm in. 'Cause
Darius
I'm
Yolanda Mastika just whizzing by there, 211.
Jack of all trades,
Very tall couple.
master of none. And isn't it
Very
a
elegant.
shame?
I guess with the height, you get that. I wouldn't know.
And I love the foxtrot music. It really is,
Play my game.
inspires you to dance.
You know, I went to school, and I
Rowena and Christina Elo just there, the pink dress.
that is to say, till I met you.
And the Mostikas again, pivoting to the right.
But I don't know enough about you.
An oversway, stretched out to promenade position. And you see how he checked and held up just then to avoid bumping into the next couple. That's the mark of a good couple, to have floor craft like that.
Your fifth and final dance is Quick Step.
So gay and light. Do you know, it was at the turn of the century when they used to do a lot of exhibition dancers. They had these la-di-da fancy royal parties, and they would have dancers come in. Like I know Vernon and Irene Castle, for instance, who invented the Castle Walk, would come and do their ballroom dance for the royalty, and they'd all try and learn it.
Yes, exactly. A very famous name you mentioned, Vernon and Irene Castle.
Yeah.
And there are others. Marge and Gower Champion.
Well, of course.
Fred and Ginger. Bellows and Yolanda. Many.
I actually have a lot of friends that are starting to do ballroom dancing. Take class.
It's a great activity. It doesn't have to be to this level to be fulfilling. It can be at any level.
Right.
Strictly social.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for the quick step. And our finalists in the professional international standard. Beautifully danced. Congratulations, couples. And once again, audience, let's give them a nice round of applause.
A well-deserved round of applause for the finalists in the standard division.
Backstage, the dancers are drawing lots for their solo competition.
What dance are you doing? We're doing the quick step.
And the lottery determines.
Well, it determines the order in which they'll perform. They get a short rest and maybe change costumes. Then they hit the floor again.
Number 4.
We have a few minutes before all that happens, so we're going to break away from the competition for our first exhibition, the American Rhythm Competition. It took place earlier, and the winners, Bob and Julia, will entertain us with their interpretation of the romantic bolero.
The bolero. Bobby and Julia are strong, expressive performers. They have a firm grip on this division. They pulled away from the pack and set a standard of dancing that is energy, speed, and style. Even when you see them in a slower dance, like this one, the bolero, you'll see strength, flexibility, terrific chemistry. Let's take a look at them.
What defines a bolero? The music or the style of the dance, or what? What makes...
A little bit of both. The bolero is the slowest of the Latin rhythms.
Uh-huh.
And the dance itself is characterized by flexibility in the body, continuous stretch. And here they're putting in a lift, which they're entitled to do in this show dance category.
Oh, wow. Wasn't that exquisite and beautifully done?
That was a classic signature performance by champions Bob Powers and Julia Gorchakova.
We return now to the standard competition, and we'll see what the finalists will perform for their solo routines.
These couples will now compete one at a time.